Hola clase, hoy es lunes, el 16 de noviembre de 2020. Tenemos para empezar, por favor, practica tu Quizlet 3.1. Después, mira la telehistoria en página 143 de tu online textbook, por favor. Y ahora estamos aquí. We're watching today's lesson. Thought I'd throw a little bit more Spanish at you guys today. Anyway, this is our agenda. Your homework, your tarea is página 99 y 100 de tu cuaderno. Cuaderno, remember that means notebook. So today we're starting our new unit. I'm glad you're watching this lesson because it's very important for you to hear the pronunciation of these words and to practice them as well, especially because we have a speaking assessment coming up 1 week from today. That's right, November 23rd and November 24th, we're going to be doing our speaking assessments. So I'll be looking for more information on that. Okay. So, presentación de vocabulario. Our goal here is to learn about what Rodrigo y Marisol eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then we're going to practice what we've learned to talk about food and beverages. So here, our setting for this unit is in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Okay. Hopefully from our unit about countries, well, not our unit, but from our countries practice at the beginning of the year in Lección Preliminar, you remember where Puerto Rico is, right? It's in the Caribbean. So anyway, this says, Hola, me llamo Rodrigo y ella es Ana. Son las 8 de la mañana. Remember that son las means it is this time right now, okay? Son las 8 de la mañana. Es importante comer un desayuno nutritivo todos los días. El desayuno is breakfast. Desayuno. So, es importante, it is important, comer, you guys know what this is, to eat. Notice our translation, right? It's an infinitive, so we're translating to eat. Es importante comer un desayuno nutritivo todos los días. And what is this a conjugation of? Hopefully you're thinking ser, right? This is a conjugation of ser. Okay, we have los huevos. Remember, H's are not pronounced, okay? Or not, they don't have a sound in Spanish. So we don't say los huevos, we say los huevos. We start with the U. This is el pan, right? Bread. Las bebidas just means the drinks. So we have el jugo de naranja, orange juice, la leche, milk, and el café, coffee. We have el yogur and el cereal. Cuando tengo hambre, me gusta comer huevos y pan. Okay, so remember, cuando means when. I had a student ask me today, how do I know when I use when as a question word and when I use it as just regularly in a sentence? It's just like in English, right? So sometimes we'll say, when do you want to go to the store today? That's a question when. Or, I like to watch TV when I eat dinner. That's a non-question when. So same thing in Spanish. If we have an accent over the A, and we're using it in a question word, it's just going to be in a question context. When it looks like this, we're just using it as when in a non-question context, right? When I have hunger. So remember, tango means I have. Hambre here means hunger. So in English, we would say, I am hungry. But in Spanish, we don't say that. We say, I have hunger. So tengo hambre. Me gusta comer huevos y pan. Huevos y pan. Cuando tengo sed, when I have thirst, bebo jugo de naranja. So this is from the verb beber, right? Remember that means to drink. And this is the yo conjugation. Now we'll learn how to conjugate ER and IR verbs this unit, so I'm excited about that. Bebo jugo, remember this makes the H sound. Jugo de naranja. Jugo de naranja. Me gusta mucho porque es rico. I think of rico in the sense of rich. Like, have you ever said, oh, that food is rich, right? It is good. It tastes good. So she's saying, I like it because it tastes good. Actually, it's Rodrigo talking, so he's saying this. Nunca bebo café porque es horrible. Now note again the silent H and the rolling of the R's. Horrible. Try saying that at home. Horrible. In Puerto Rico se dice, remember se dice means it is said. But in Puerto Rico, the word for orange juice is el jugo de China. The word for banana is el guineo. Guineo. Más vocabulario para nosotros. Como is how, like, ¿cómo estás, right? How are you? ¿Cuáles is which? ¿Por qué? We've talked about this, right? ¿Por qué is why. When we have it together like this, it means because. ¿Qué is what? You'll be watching a video about that later today. ¿Quiénes is who? ¿Quién is the singular who? Like, ¿quién es ella? Right? Who is she? ¿Quiénes is the plural? Like, ¿quiénes son ellos? Who are they? Compartir is to share, and otro is other. Es la una. Note, remember when we're telling time, this is also saying it's right now, so it is 1 o'clock, and we're using our singular forms there. Es la una y ahora, this is mean right now. Marisol y yo comemos el almuerzo. This means we eat the lunch. So we're eating lunch. Comemos el almuerzo. Almuerzo. And the more you're trying to practice saying these at home, the more it'll stick in your brain of how to say it later. So please be practicing these. In la cafeteria, venden. Now, some students call me out on this sometimes, and it's true. The V in Spanish actually sounds more like a B sound. So instead of saying a strong venden, sound it more like a B, venden. In la cafeteria, venden muchas comidas. Sandwiches, hamburguesas y sopa. También venden bebidas, leche, jugos y refrescos. Aquí tenemos el sándwich, the accent's above the A, so el sándwich de jamón y queso. Again, the accents tell us where we need to emphasize the word. I think of it as like a punch, right? El sándwich de jamón y queso. La hamburguesa y la sopa. La sopa sounds like soap, but it means soup. Marisol y yo compramos fruta para mi papá. Manzanas, bananas y uvas. Uvas. Again, I try to make that V sound more like a B, right? Uvas. La cena, that means the dinner or the supper, however you say. Cena es a las 7 y tengo ganas de comer. Okay, tengo ganas de means kind of like I feel like, or I have the ambition to. It's just saying something you want to do, right? Tengo ganas de comer, right? I feel like eating, or I'm ready to eat. I have the ambition to eat. Any of those general sentiments. Siempre como mucho cuando mi mamá prepara la comida. What do you think this sentence is saying? Siempre como, CEO form of comer, mucho cuando mi mamá prepara la comida. I always eat a lot when my mom prepares the food. So this is la cena, right? Here are our vocabulary words. So I think this is a fun activity. What I want you to do, go ahead and pause the video in a second, but first I'm going to explain it. You're going to find and list the 8 hidden foods. So when you find a hidden food in this picture, not necessarily food like on the plate, but food that is hidden where it's not supposed to be. So find it and then say in your mind, what is the name of that food? Feel free to look back on the other pages. We're on page 140, 140 y 141. So go ahead and pause the video and figure that out. Okay, so let's see if we can get all 8 together, right? Aquí está, aquí means here, and está, right, means is, like location. So aquí está el pan el pan, right there. Aquí está el huevo, right? Looks like a cracked egg or something. Aquí está el refresco. Aquí está una hamburguesa. Aquí está las uvas. Aquí está una manzana. What are we missing? Is this supposed to be some sort of thing down here? I can only find 6, to be honest. If you found all 8, give yourself a high five, because I'm struggling to find the rest of these. All right, awesome. Okay, here's an activity that I'm going to be doing with my in-person class. We can't really do it as well with you guys, but we can talk through it. So, looking at 2 things, we're going to ask, ¿Te gusta más comer papas fritas or pizza? Remember our me gusta unit. You'd say me gusta más. So más, remember, means more. So it's saying, do you like more to eat French fries or pizza? Me gusta más comer pizza. I like eating pizza more. Or I like more to eat pizza, literally. So, answer to yourself. ¿Te gusta más comer el cereal or los huevos? And I'll answer for myself because I can't hear your guys' answers. I would say, me gusta más comer los huevos. ¿Te gusta más beber la leche o el jugo de naranja? A mí me gusta más beber la leche. Remember, if you say me gusta or a mí me gusta, both mean the same thing. But one thing you can't say is me gusta. So remember that. A mí me gusta or just me gusta. What about this one? ¿Te gusta más comer sopa o comer pan? A mí me gusta más comer sopa. ¿Te gusta más comer hamburguesas o pizza? Es una decisión un poco difícil para mí, de verdad. A mí me gusta más comer pizza, sí. ¿A ti te gusta más comer una manzana o comer una banana? A mí me gusta más comer una manzana. ¿Te gusta más beber un refresco o un café? A mí me gusta más beber un refresco, aunque no es muy nutritivo, right? It's not very nutritious. Where's the nutritivo? Yes, nutritivo, nutritious. Okay, sorry, my room thinks I'm not here anymore. I'm still here, room. I have one more activity for us, and then you can do your homework. Una actividad más, chicos. So, please watch the telehistoria if you haven't already. This is going to help you with your listening comprehension. If you're having struggle understanding what's going on after 2 times of watching it, you can read this script. But let's look at, let's read the nota gramatical, and then we'll do activity 3. So nota gramatical. You learned interrogative words on page 140. That was just a few pages ago. Use an interrogative word followed by a conjugated verb to ask a question. Notice that each interrogative has an accent, okay? So, ¿Cómo está usted? How are you? Here's our interrogative word. It's a question word. And here's our conjugated verb. ¿Cómo está usted? Next, ¿por qué? Remember that means why, so we have an accent on it. Each interrogative word is accented. And here's our conjugated verb, estás. ¿Por qué estás triste? Why are you sad? Okay? So important to remember. Notice, I think I've went over this with you guys before, but when we're asking questions in Spanish, we have the subject typically come after the verb. So think of it in English. If we say you are well, that's a statement. We say you first and then the verb. So subject, then verb. But in question, we say, are you well? We say the verb first, then the subject. are you? Same thing in Spanish. ¿Cómo está usted? Verb, subject. ¿Por qué estás triste? Verb, subject. Well, technically, this is not the subject. Sorry, the subject of this one is tú. So the tú here is implied, right? ¿Por qué estás tú triste? You could say. Anyway, might be a little over our heads right now. Let's look at number 3. Comprehensión del episodio. Muchas preguntas. Completa las preguntas con la palabra interrogativa apropiada y escoge la respuesta correcta según el episodio. Complete the questions with the appropriate question and choose the correct answer. So, you would say blank necesita Rodrigo. So we gotta think. Como means how, quién means who, qué means what, donde is where, and por qué is why. So we're asking necesita Rodrigo. What do you think we're gonna say? The correct answer would be qué, right? What does Rodrigo need? ¿Qué necesita Rodrigo? Número 2. Blank se llama la amiga de Rodrigo. Hopefully you remember this. It's como se llama, right? How is she called? Como se llama? And the answer would be what? Alicia, right? Alicia. And we didn't respond to this one. ¿Qué necesita Rodrigo? Un autógrafo. Un autógrafo. De blank es Alicia. De donde es Alicia, right? Es de Miami. Asking where is she from or of where is Alicia? She is from Miami. Blank va a la escuela Rodrigo. What do you think it's going to be? It's going to be por qué, right? Why does Rodrigo go to the school? ¿Por qué va a la escuela Rodrigo? ¿Por qué Trini Salgado está allí? Now, we haven't learned allí yet. It just means over there, right? Aquí is here, allí is over there. So, ¿por qué Trini Salgado está allí? I guess technically, aquí is here, allí is there, and allá is over there. Fun things to look forward to in Spanish. Finally, blank is Trini Salgado, una atleta famosa, and it would be quién, who. ¿Quién es Trini Salgado? Who is she? A famous athlete. Muy bien, chicos. So your homework for tonight, do your page or página 99 y 100 de tu cuaderno y upload the pictures for me. You can click that link. That's all for today. Please watch the word K means what. I think it's funny. Hopefully you do too. Hopefully it brightens up your Monday. Adios, chicos. Hasta martes.